Thank y'all so much for talking to me today. I have to say, so I'm kind of a fan. I might be a mild Hooverphonic fan. I'm a mild Hooverphonic fan. I'm lying.
What is considered mild?
Mild would be like rabid, really excited. I actually have I had it on a tape because it took me a long time to actually get a CD player. I was like one of the nerds who was walking around with a tape deck after people had like CD players. But yeah, so I actually had like the single of Eden on tape. Hey Eurovision fam, it's Alesia Michelle from Washington, D.C. Music can be feeling and fireworks. I got a new video. What do you think? Talk to me in the comments below. You know it. I made it. Hey, thanks. Hey Eurovision fam, it's Alesia Michelle. I'm ready to go. Eurovision fam, are you ready for the show? I got a new video. I am so excited to see you all on the Eurovision stage. I've been watching some of your interviews and it seems like I'm not alone. It seems like y'all are actually excited to be a part of this crazy music festival. And yeah, so what has the experience been like so far, even though it's not the traditional Eurovision experience because of the pandemic? How has just the overall experience been leading up to this?
I was saying it was quite surreal for us because we're used to clubs and to live stages. This is really extremely organized. You know, it's like backstage. You go from one room and everyone has like Geike is red. I'm yellow. Raymond is green. So we're actually participating for Jamaica, not for Belgium. But it's like, and then you have to stand on your number, and then you get your monitor set and whatever. And now because of COVID, of course, everybody gets his own microphone cap, and it's pretty. But so far, actually, it was really nice. People are really nice. I
like the lack of chaos in that. Actually, we're being put in place. It's a really.
Yeah, next door we're gonna kind of take that idea and implement it in our daily touring life, but the rehearsal went really well. But we're quite realistic, so it's just rehearsal. It needs to be spot on the night of the semifinals. So we try to stay calm. I think. Yeah. But for the moment, we're in a good hotel, and that helps. And from one hand, it's sad that we have to live in a bubble, extreme bubble. We can't leave the hotel unless for physical exercise. On the other hand, I think it helps us to concentrate on what we're here for.
Exactly.
So we always try to see something positive in something negative. So although the pandemic, of course, is really a negative thing, but we always try to at least say like, hey, we're here with nice people in a nice hotel and in a great event. A lot of people ask us why. Why do you? Because we're of course an alternative band, but we love the festival. I follow it already for years, and it's just something I really enjoy.
Yeah, I love Eurovision. I often say that one of the things that I love about Eurovision is I get all new songs. It's like I don't have to go out and really seek music every year. I know I'm going to have at least 35 songs at minimum new, and then if you follow the national selections, you also get new music through there. So it's really, if you're a music lover, I think it's something that it makes sense. And so you referenced your rehearsal. I will just go ahead and say I thought the rehearsal was really great. So if there were kinks or anything that went wrong, I didn't know. It looked amazing. And I'm kind of one of the people, I gotta bring it up because I'm the girl and I have to talk about the clothes. And so I just want to know what was sort of your inspiration, your thought process behind the styling on stage, really for all of you, including the backing vocalist and drummer. Yeah, what was sort of the look you were going for?
Well, there's the signature Hooverphonic look. It goes very wide, but I think Tom Edeboudt, who's our stylist, did a great job at putting all elements together. And our old cinematic influences.
A lot of we wanted to kind of have a cinematic feel, you know, like, and so the background projections, you know, like on the screens are inspired by old silent movies. Geike's dress is inspired by Barbarella. You know, like the piano, of course, is inspired by old Western movies. So it's kind of, it's that was the inspiration for us. I don't know if a lot of people get that, but in the end, you know, it creates some kind of atmosphere, you know. And I think it's a nice contrast to the other acts, you know. Most acts are very colorful and up, and we're a dark band, so we always go, you know, like our new album has a dark cover, and someone of the record companies is like, oh no, not again, a dark cover.
No, but I love the
vibe. And we're like, oh, we're a dark band. What do you expect? You know, that we're gonna have a white cover with, like, you know, with so the Swarovski stones on the dress is already for us. Is already
a step ahead.
Yeah, it's already it's already a lot of bling, you know. Like, but there are like 3,500 all glued by hand on the dress, so it's.
Oh wow!
You said like for you it was perfect, but. Like, for instance, I'm playing the piano, sitting with my back to the camera, so I didn't like the jacket, so we're still looking for something else. And it's a work in progress, but it was 90% there. And the things that we want to change are just like, you know, improvements. It's not that something went wrong, but things can, you know, like one shot that is a bit more close up could kind of make it even more emotional, you know, like so that kind of tiny little things can make a big difference. And we're perfectionists if we didn't get it already. It's like
I'm definitely a little bit of a perfectionist, and I think I've made it no secret that I'm kind of like, if this doesn't qualify for the final, we don't deserve nice things. That's sort of like my mindset. I think it's so important in a whole entire cohesive show to have a breath. And there's something about, I think, the performance that's really moody and also offers a little bit of a breath, I think, in the show where folks can kind of exhale and then I think inhale as the performance is sort of going out. And so that's sort of the vibe that I was getting. But was there a particular like vibe that you were like, I want people to watch this and then think instantly this? Was there something like that, or was it more of like, you know, we'll let people kind of interpret it how they want? Or did you feel like there was a specific point of view you kind of wanted people to come away with?
I think, you know, like everything is like the center of the stage is Geike, you know, like she's like the center of the universe. That's also why she's in the middle. She's like in the wrong place because most of the time the singer is in front and then the musicians are in the back, but she's like surrounded by the musicians. But for us, you know, like it's the Eurovision Song Contest. It's all about the song, and we want the song to speak on its own, you know. That's why we love, you know, Salvador Sobral a couple of years ago, you know, there was almost no act, and still it kind of moved people, you know, and still it gets to people. Same with Duncan Lawrence, actually. It was a very simple act, you know, one light bulb coming down, and that was actually the act, you know. But it worked. He performed. He was his performance was emotional, was different than all the rest. And I think, you know, that was the main thing. We wanted to be different. We wanted to be 100% Hooverphonic, and we didn't want to do any compromises. And that was also something we said to Belgian national television when they asked us. We said, like, okay, we want to do it, but if we want to do it, we're going to control everything. We're going to decide on the video. We're going to decide on the act. We're going to decide on the song. And we did, actually. Yeah. And often we went against what everybody was saying. So if we're not going to that final, we're in trouble.
I'm gonna move to another.
Yeah, no. I mean, I think that this is absolutely right, and honestly, this is a very, very strong and competitive Eurovision year, and I would say thanks to you all as well for bringing us something quality. I think just your presence alone kind of makes other folks step their game up a little bit. People knew that you'd likely be returning this year. So to me, it's kind of like everyone else has to fall in line and sort of step up their game as well. And I think that that's exactly what has happened. I did a video this year where I called it Dear Belgium. And essentially in the video, I was telling them to listen to y'all and not to do anything that they wanted to do low key. You know, no shade, but just like, you know, just let the artist be the artist and really put forth what they're trying to do and tell the story on stage. And I think in recent years, what we've seen win Eurovision has been just that. And I kind of talked about other artists, and you mentioned Salvador Sobral and Duncan Lawrence. Have you had the opportunity to connect with any of the other artists that are participating at Eurovision this year, or is it really insular?
It's very difficult.
No.
We really get to the to Ahoy to the arena like really short before the rehearsal. Afterwards, we really get moved to the press village where it's all in separate rooms. So it's very difficult. We briefly met with Roxanne. You know, like
And she was like starstruck. He was like, oh my god.
but most of the time we don't meet them, which is a shame here. Of course, there's no parties this year. There's no club. But on the other hand, again, it's a negative thing. But the positive thing is, we can't mess up Geike's voice, you know, in the club, like dancing and shouting. And
That will not be the.
I'm just kidding. It's most of the time he is the one who's partying.
I don't sing, so I mean, like, my God, it's not a problem for me.
But so yeah, but we of course we checked out all the songs and we did that, of course. And I'm now this morning I was making a Spotify playlist with our favorite Eurovision songs of all time. So yeah, what's your favorite? What is your favorite Eurovision song of all time?
Ooh, all time? That's a hard one. But I will say there's a song that didn't win Eurovision, and it was Eurovision 2008 from Turkey. I don't speak Turkish, but I think I know that song.
You're now proving to us that you're really young, you know, because our favorite songs go way back.
Oh my God, mine is from 1966. Can you imagine?
Well, actually, one of my favorite Eurovision songs is "Puppet on a String," and the first time I heard the song was actually, I think I was in like St. Martin, and it was like a reggae band playing like their version of Puppet on a String. And then when I went to go like look it up, I was like, oh, that was like a nice group. I then found Sandy Shaw.
Sandy Shaw.
Yeah.
Actually, to be honest, thank you very much, because now I can put that in my playlist because I forgot about that one. So thank you very much. We opened the playlist with Coupé de Ci, Coupé de Son, you know, like by a French girl who actually won for Luxembourg, I think.
Luxembourg.
They won. But it's written by Serge Gainsbourg, you know, like the French composer, and I'm a big fan of his. So very old. Après Toi, Vicky Leandros, ABBA, of course, Waterloo, you know, it's like classic.
Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely an ABBA fan, but it's interesting you bring up that song because you talk about like cinema and y'all being kind of like cinephiles to a certain degree. The Poupée de Somme singer, the movie A Simple Favor has like tons of her songs throughout the film. So yeah, very interesting, like little known Eurovision facts. So when I talk to my American friends about Eurovision, because they don't know what Eurovision is, I try to find little elements that I'm like, oh, well, actually, if you watch this, so that's one of my recent things that I'm like, well, if you saw A Simple Favor, a lot of the music is actually from a Eurovision winner. So
now you can say to your American friends, you know, after this edition, you can say, watch, you know, like Stealing Beauty, the Bertolucci movie, or I Know What You Did Last Summer. That was the best. You know,
The Driven.
The Driven, no, really bad movie. No, we're not gonna.
Hey,
Baywatch.
Yeah, with
Raymond is
a bunch of blondes.
the real blonde.
The real blondes. Yeah.
Okay. I have to ask my signature question because I ask all of the participants this question. And so I've got two more questions and they're both my signature question. But the first question is, if you could steal anyone's song and put a Hooverphonic spin on it, and this is of the Eurovision you could say 2020 or 2021 and take their song and put your spin on it, whose song would you steal?
Oh, it's not very difficult.
No.
It's Barbara Pravi with Voila.
Totally.
Yeah, definitely. We would make a trip-up version of that song. Yeah.
Okay, so I am an American Eurovision fan. And as an American Eurovision fan, it is my mission to get more Americans to watch Eurovision. So if you had 15, 20 seconds to pitch Americans and tell them why they need to watch Eurovision 2021, what would you say?
Forget about the Super Bowl. Forget about football.
Forget about
NBA. Forget about, baseball. There's only one thing that's really important in life, and that is
Eurovision.
2021.
I like it. I'll take it.